There was no ceremonial send-off or even a farewell party for David Brown. We've learned he left police headquarters for the final time, a few days ahead of his official last day. When I'm talking to you in a couple of years for your exit interview, what does success look like?
Historical lows in violent crime and trust built in the community not seen in Chicago.
That was 2020. We didn't get to ask David Brown about those unfulfilled goals because he'd left town without doing any interviews or accepting any fanfare. He even skipped the final graduation ceremony for new officers last week.
Be safe now. Above everything, be safe.
Brown had his back to the wall from day one, an outsider from Dallas, handpicked by Lori Lightfoot to change police culture. But he arrived in the early weeks of the pandemic. How in the world do you get to know a department of 13,000 people when it's hard to be face-to-face with people?
One person at a time is how I'm approaching building relationships.
Chicago, like other big cities, encountered a perfect storm fueled by the pandemic. Kids were out of school, the city struggled, crime soared. Chicago logged its fewest murders in decades the year before Brown took over. They rose to levels not seen in decades for the next 2 years, before finally declining last year. Overall, murders rose 22%, and shooting incidents climbed 32% on Brown's watch. Chicago was hit by protests in the wake of George Floyd's murder by police in Minneapolis. But demonstrations turned to opportunism with widespread looting. Several times in the summer of 2020, Brown and his cops lost control of the city's center and some neighborhoods.
This was not an organized protest. Rather, this was an incident of pure criminality.
Brown's tenure was also marked by an exodus of officers, many of whom felt the top cop, City Hall, prosecutors, and the public didn't have their back. Chicago is down more than 1,400 officers since Brown took over.
Is the offender armed with shots fired?
The bottom line, David Brown came in with high hopes and huge pressure. He was the Dallas chief, hardened by the murder of 5 of his officers in an ambush, but softened by his own son's fatal shooting by an officer. David Brown Jr. was reportedly suffering bipolar disorder when he shot and killed an officer and a civilian, and then died in a shootout with police. Here's what Brown said about it 3 years ago.
I'm a different person than I was before my personal tragedy, along with my professional tragedies, having buried 5 officers in one incident back in 2016. So I have this in my DNA, this deep empathy for people who have gone through tragedy, both in the community and in the policing profession. It's equal. I don't make a distinction, nor do I feel the need to make a choice between one or the other.
Brown's staff wish he showed more of that humanity to heal Chicago. Instead, he never shed the outsider image, and cops claim rarely got into the trenches to see things from their perspective.
And I know likely I'll have to give way more trust than I receive. People are skeptical.
Brown now heads back to Dallas, where he'll be the chief operating officer of a personal injury law firm. Chicago's next mayor will choose his replacement with input from a new community commission for public safety. Ben Bradley, WGN Investigates.